Welcome back to the channel. In my last video, Essential Fighting Skills for Men, I tackled encroachments, when someone invades your personal space and gets in your face. But what happens when things escalate beyond words and it turns into physical contact? Today, we're diving into one of the most common and overlooked forms of aggression, the chest push. Here, I'm going to break down the two types of pushes you're most likely to face, and most importantly, show you exactly how to handle them with confidence and control. Let's check it out. This video is part of an ongoing series designed to teach you how to navigate real-world self-defense confrontations with confidence and control. And as a bonus for my War Machine Vanguard and Elite members, I'm including a free PDF training guide titled Confrontation Command. This guide is designed to complement this video series, helping you practice at home with actionable tips and psychological insights to better understand confrontational dynamics. So if you're not already a member, check out the details below and join the War Machine community today. Now, let's talk about two common types of pushes that men encounter in confrontational situations: the probing push and escalation push. These distinctions are unique to my contemporary fighting art system and are critical for understanding how to respond effectively. By recognizing the specific intent behind each push, you'll be better prepared to stay in control and protect yourself in real-world situations. Now, pushes are a common act of intimidation and one of the easiest ways an aggressor tests or escalates a confrontation. But not all pushes are the same. In this video, I'll teach you how to recognize and respond to the two most common types that exist. Knowing the difference and how to handle each is critical to maintaining control and protecting yourself in high-pressure situations. The first push is called a probing push. It's a light, continuous push meant to test your reaction, assess your willingness to stand your ground, and intimidate you. Think about it for a second. If the aggressor pushes you, they could have struck you, but they didn't. This deliberate choice is a tactic to gauge your emotional control and set the stage for their next move. The probing push isn't about causing harm. It's about gauging your reaction. Aggressors often use this to provoke you into an impulsive response, like swatting their hand away. This gives them the justification they're looking for to escalate the situation into violence. The biggest mistake people make with a probing push is reacting emotionally, slapping the aggressor's hand away or stepping forward angrily, which plays right into their game. So with the probing push, it's very important to not take the bait. And what that means is when he's pushing at you, you do not want to get in the habit of slapping it away. This is a big mistake. Because when he's doing that push and you're slapping away, you're not stopping the attack. You're not negating the attack. You're just prolonging it. And most importantly, you're going to provoke him to swing. Because in his head, he's thinking, well, you hit me, now I'm going to hit you. So whenever the probing push is taking place, do not slap it out of the way. Back up, assume a de-escalation stance. If it comes into the center line, trap and strike.
Where do you think you're going?
Hey, relax.
No. Okay. Get out of the way.
I'm not going anywhere.
I told you. Get out of the way.
Hey, relax.
I told you to get out of the way.
One important thing to point out is when someone does apply a probing push, you don't want to respond with complicated techniques. For example, if Tommy's applying the probing push here, I reach over and I apply a wrist lock, and then maybe I turn it into an escort technique. Now, while this technique may work well and good in the confines of a dojo or with a compliant training partner, in the streets, it's not going to work out that way. So remember, whenever you're dealing with a probing push, respond with techniques that are efficient, effective, and safe. Here are 4 basic steps in dealing with a probing push. Number 1, stay calm. Maintain emotional control and don't give the aggressor the reaction they're looking for. 2, adopt a proper stance. Shift into a de-escalation stance to protect yourself while projecting calm confidence. 3, use verbal commands. A firm, assertive tone can help de-escalate while maintaining your readiness. And 4th, if justified and unavoidable, you can trap the opponent's reaching arm and strike. Oftentimes, a probing push can be negated entirely by closing the center line with your hands in a proper de-escalation stance. This creates a physical barrier that discourages further intrusion while keeping you in a strong defensive position. Next is the escalation push. Now this is a hard, forceful push meant to knock you off balance and physically move you back, indicating the aggressor's readiness for violence. Now the escalation push is obviously more aggressive and designed to dominate, provoke fear, or create an opening for an actual attack. Unlike the probing push, the escalation push carries a clear intent to escalate into physical violence. In some cases, this type of push also indicates that the aggressor is angry or losing control, which can make their actions even more unpredictable and dangerous. The mistake here is allowing yourself to get knocked off balance or retreating too far, which can give the aggressor an advantage and leave you vulnerable to follow-up attacks. The first step in handling an escalation push is to recover your balance quickly. You need to stabilize your footing immediately and stay in control. Second, you need to control the distance. Use your stance and footwork to maintain an optimum range for defense or counterattack. Third, you need to prepare to strike. If justified and unavoidable, be ready to execute a first strike to neutralize the threat. Now, if you assume a de-escalation stance and he still continues to do the escalation push, you can do a branch out technique. And a branch out technique is both arms split out at the moment the arms come in and you engage inside the clinch. Tommy? So he's going to push one time, I de-escalate. When he goes for the second push, I'm going to branch out. I engage the clinch. From here you can headbutt, you can knee strike, you can elbow. You have a variety of techniques at hand. But the most important thing to understand is from this reference point, you can branch out, engage the clinch, and take care of business.
Where do you think you're going?
Hey, first of all, you don't need to put your hands on me.
I'll do whatever I want.
Aggressors use pushes to manipulate your emotions and test your response. Both types are psychological tools designed to provoke fear, anger, or hesitation. The key to handling any push effectively is staying calm, reading the situation, and responding with precision rather than emotion. Just like the probing push, an escalation push can be minimized or even negated by closing the center line with your hands in a de-escalation stance. This simple adjustment can reduce the aggressor's ability to dominate the interaction and create a critical defensive advantage. Pushes are one of the most common ways confrontations escalate, and knowing how to handle them is essential for protecting yourself. Whether it's a probing push or escalation push, the principles I covered today will give you the tools to stay in control and respond effectively. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.